Hey everybody, welcome to another episode at Project Nine Oaks. I wanted to let you know I've got a dilemma. I've got 11 chickens and a watering system that can't keep up with those 11 chickens. I have a previous video that I went through that shows the watering system that we have. It's a 4-inch PVC and that works really well. It's just not enough. So I have one on the inside of the coop and one on the outside, and they really tend to like the one on the outside more, and they don't go back to the one on the inside even when they're thirsty. So what my plan is to build another one, and I don't want to use the same PVC system that I've done before. That PVC is pretty expensive, 4-inch PVC, and the fittings that it takes are kind of on the expensive side, I guess. And previously I had a lot of those parts, and so it didn't cost me much. And so now I'm looking for ways to do it. And what I've come up with is these containers for kitty litter. So we have an inside cat, and we use this quite often. And these we have a lot of these containers left over. And so you can see I've already put one on here, those kind of auto shut-off cups, just to kind of proof of concept, I guess. And I think it'll work. So I'm gonna try to build something around that. So these containers actually work really well for a lot of things. They're about 3 gallons, maybe just under 3 gallons, and they have a nice wide open mouth on them, and the handle is on the top instead of the side like a milk jug is. And so when you're filling them up, it's easy to carry them, at your side, and they're kind of like jerry cans in that sense. So I use these a lot actually when I change the oil in my truck. I really recommend using something like this, because the used oil, I can just dump it in this, pour it out real easily in this wide mouth, and it works pretty well. So I'm going to use these for a watering system. So one of these will kind of double what I have now. So I'm just going to go ahead and double it again and have another one, and that way we're kind of all set. I want to be able to fill up this water maybe once a weekend is the plan, and not have to go out there every like 3 days or so and fill it all up. We're going to go ahead and get this built. It's not a huge project, but I'm going to put 2 of these together, put them on a platform of sorts to kind of raise it off the ground, and then also make a handle so I can carry it around, maybe put it different places in the yard, or if I need to pick it up and put it completely somewhere different, I can do that. So anyway, I got all the supplies right here, and I have 2 of the cans. I have some paint and some silicone for the cup when it goes on the front, and I'll show you why later. Drill bit, some plywood for the bottom, and then I have this decking boards that are left over from when we built our house. So these are not real wood, and so this is actually going to be the bottom kind of surround that's going to raise it off the ground, and they're going to be contacting the ground, and it won't have a problem with rot, because they don't do that. So anyway, all this was free, just kind of scrounged it around, and let's go get building this nice free project that's going to help me out. you can see that I've got the base put on and the bottom pieces attached, all that. I have the handle attached. I was trying to router it out. That's why I was taking those measurements and things with the lid of the silicone. But my router bit actually won't reach all the way through this piece of wood, so I ended up just drilling it out and then connecting the two with a jigsaw. So attached this, and I glued these kind of edge pieces to keep the bottle from sliding around when it's empty. I'm going to attach this cup, the other cup, on the other bottle, and I'll show you how I'm doing that with silicone and the size drill bit and everything. But I think I'm going to do that tomorrow when this glue is dry, and then I'll come back and paint it. Okay, now we've got the stand painted. I used some leftover paint that I had. It's gray, and it's one of the many cans of paint that I have just half filled. So I ended up just using that and painting it. Now it's time to kind of finish up putting the bottles on there. So right now this is one of the litter bottles. I have the cup on the end, and it'll slide in right here just like that. So now I'm gonna show you what I did to make another one, and then we're going to fill them up and see if the chickens like it. So first step is this drill bit. We're gonna put close to the bottom, and this is an 11/32 drill bit that the cup will fit in. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now, pretty quick. Not much resistance there. And then I actually put some silicone here along this rubber washer they give you, because there's not much for these threads to bite on on this bottle. So it kind of needs a little bit more of a seal. It's not enough to bite to kind of pull this rubber seal into it and kind of really seal the hole. So I'm going to put some silicone on there, and really this kind of just pops in. There you go. All right, so there's the cup. 11/32 hole, silicone around it, and then popped it in there. And then if you want to later, that's instead of like gluing it in, we could probably just take it off and fix it if something went wrong, instead of putting silicone in there versus gluing it, just so it's not super permanent. All right, so there you go. We have another chicken waterer system that I think is going to, it basically triples what I have out here in the yard right now. And one item I did kind of learn here is that you don't want to screw these tops down all the way, because that'll kind of create a vacuum as they're drinking it out of the bottom. They're not 100% watertight, or airtight, I guess. But it's good to just kind of leave it just a little bit loose to allow air to get in there, and allow more water to go out the bottom. So anyway, I hope you like this video. It's a nice little free watering system. I feel a little more at ease now to have their water last them a full week, and kind of be a little bit less for me to do on a week-to-week basis, and it helps them out a little bit. So anyway, I'm gonna let them get used to something new in their yard, and if you would subscribe to my channel, and there'll be more videos to come. Thanks.